scammers. Will the third party take these scandalous scammers? Let's talk a little bit about Romney, shall we? I helped the Romney campaign just a little bit. Um, I helped him out for a couple weeks until I realized that he was probably a losing battle. So these people hate Trump so much for why? Why do you hate Trump? Because he's gonna square everything around and he's gonna get to the bottom of you guys wasting money or something. There's something Trump's gonna do that's pissing you, Obama, the lefty media, all these pieces of garbage are hate Trump because Trump's gonna put all these people to work instead of making them just blab their mouth and fucking bullshit all day. They're gonna, what is it? What is it that Trump's gonna do that's gonna that pisses you off so far right now? Because I don't get it. I don't see the bigotry. I see bigotry, but not even nearly the scale or level that people say like or claim. Like me, I'm more so than that because I'm more Archie Bunker than any of y'all, any of them fuckers, and any Trump. I beat Trump by bigotry. I'm more, I'm more, you know, Archie Bunker than all of y'all. Straight up. And I don't know, but I'm not the martyr. So I'm just a person speaking to a small amount of people. So I guess it really doesn't matter one way or another to me. Um, since my forum's so small, I like been at war with ads. Do you like ads? I don't like ads. So I just decided not to have any of them on any of my videos. So I'm doing all of this completely pro bono, all these videos that I do. Just like what I did whenever I worked for the GOP doing volunteer work for many years. Uh, Off and on would be like a little bit worse, maybe than going to work as a wildland firefighter if it's a seasonal occupation. This is a seasonal occupation, is what politics is. They campaign every 2 to 4 years. Sometimes it's six. I mean, the way that shit goes, it's just weird and tricky sometimes, the way politics are. But, so you're talking about since, ever I started helping the GOP out, um, I helped campaign for Bush in a state that didn't matter. And then um, now in a state that does matter, but like I totally did not feel Mitt Romney was gonna beat anybody. Was he gonna beat the Democrat? Was Mitt Romney gonna realistically gonna beat anybody or John McCain? Were they gonna beat anybody realistically other than a third party person candidate? They weren't gonna beat the Democrat. So these guys, are they mad because Trump is gonna beat the Democrat? It's because he's the guy who can beat the Democrat. So they're pissed off because of whatever it is that Trump needs to show. See, that's what Reagan was. Reagan was one of the people back then, and so now I get it. Trump is like Reagan back then. I'm trying to figure out how I could do that because they're not the same exact guy, of course. But now I get it. Trump is our guy for the time that we live in today, and Reagan was their guy for the time they lived in back then. Everybody just liked those people. So, um, anyways, the third party, I would have, I would have went and registered for a third party, and yeah, it would have been total bullshit if Trump would have had to have went to a third party with the lead like he had. He was gonna win, right? So he did everything. He played by the rules, just like they said. Um, I didn't see Trump do anything dirty other than what they try to say what he was saying. So you're attacking his freedom of speech. I've seen a whole bunch of people attacking Trump's right to free speech, and this guy's a billionaire. You don't want to listen to a rich person like that. You know, that actually has no reason for y'all being pissed off at him, but y'all are showing your ass and fucking hate him for some reason, for no fucking good reason. You just don't like Trump. So we're talking third party run, a third party runoff now. So the the GOP, and here it is, Mitt Romney is leading the charge, right? So you want to go Ross Perot on us? So it's it's really dirty the way that they are. Just like how Cruz was. Cruz lost it with me completely. I said I liked him and Trump, but as time went on, I seen that, and I said that. And somebody else, I heard somebody else comment or say something in a video or something too. They said somebody else said something about Cruz being in a video, a picture with Fidel Castro, crying out loud. You know Fidel Castro's not our boy, right? That like that whatever between Castro and God is between Castro and God, but between me and people like me and Castro, we have no love. So we will not ever love Fidel Castro. We have no love for him, and he'll die a sad, bitter, unloved piece of garbage. As far as we're concerned, we don't like him. So there's no way uh, right now at this point on God's green earth you're gonna get me to be in a picture with Fidel Castro because I would pop a blood vessel. I would be livid and so fucking irate and pissed just to be around him and see him. Because I do not find it funny or amusing that you're gonna call people who take your freedom and your rights away, that you're gonna call them some kind of fucking freedom fighters while you line up people like, I would say like my father and like military career people, like line them up and kill them all in Cuba. That's how they got the Fidel Castro in their leadership there. Viva Revolutionary, huh? Yeah. They didn't put them in prison. They killed them. They killed their adversaries. So instead of having a campaign or, all this bullshit, these stupid politicians think they're so damn smart and intelligent. It's like I don't know how some of them made billions anyways legitimately, but he did. Mitt Romney did. I was asking somebody the other day because I think liberals are just morons. They're absolute morons. I'm gonna show a graph in a video. Probably I was gonna do it today. I'm gonna try. I want to show an example of before Bush went. The economy and the debt. What the debt was at before Bush, after Bush, of 8 years of Bush, and then compare that to 8 years of this. So you're seeing a rapid attack on America, like what Obama campaign originally against Bush to become the president or whatever bullshit. Which he didn't have to. He could have just said, "Hey, ain't my skin great? Hey, everybody, what do you think of my skin? Huh. I should be your president because of my skin, huh? Don't, you don't like my skin? Are you a racist? And my skin though, it's my like a slithery snake coming up in on Adam and Eve or something. Oh, here's Obama. Do you like my skin? You like my skin? King Cobra. I'm gonna do the slither sound. So all of this is designed to help get the Democrat elected. When there's a lot of Republicans out there that had something to do with um, taking Hillary down because they know she's guilty and she's a criminal, are going to be mulling. That word just came to mind. I looked at it and it's right there. I say mulling. Mulling this third party thing to be a victory for a felon that needs to be convicted, charged, and put away. And so does Obama. Obama needs to be the first president to go to jail besides Bill Clinton. There's your former president that deserves to go down. So I just want to know, you got people who are um, realistically possibly going to get away with murder and everything else that I don't even want to say it like, oh, they throw us underneath the jail. That's wrong to kind of say. It's the truth, but it's kind of wrong to say because really nobody should be thinking the way that Obama and Hillary think is deviancy. Sure, maybe I was trying to figure out a way to explain, like maybe you should hear their words in society. Maybe it's so that you know how crazy some of these fucking people are out here, but never elect them as your president. Here's some of the fucking craziest anti-American, take America down, let's kill America, kill Whitey, and all this other bullshit. And they're like, wait a second, what part of, people out here think that we're all supposed to be equal, and then you chalk it up to where, like we're supposed to care about what you think, but you don't care about what other people think. And what I mean is, it's like this Black Lives Matter crap, right? They're gonna charge in here. If any of them ever, I swear to God, that you would have a scene. You'd have a fucking, you'd have a deal, an ordeal there. If they if they ever fucking came fucking charging in some bullshit, a room, on me like that, when I was there with people, they would I'd confront them back. And some of it has to do with, well, look, I don't know how much more explaining I have to do to make people understand that, I know what the deals with the police are, you know, but I'm from a place where there's not there's not enough black people there that get in trouble because I know that people are young or whatever and they're gonna get in trouble. That's just the nature of the beast. It doesn't have to do with you being black or me being white or anything like that. But certain people are um, kind of like put up to more crime than others. Like I wouldn't be put up to more crime from being in Roseburg, where I was from, where I was living, and had experienced to know the difference between if you want a life of crime or if you want something legitimately thrown your way. I didn't have, when they threw me a bone, it wasn't, it didn't typically mean to go um, burglarize somebody, but that all happens there. That kind of shit happens everywhere. You can't get away from it. But I'm just saying that they had thrown me more opportunities there to where I didn't have a real life of crime or anything like that. There was nothing significant about it. So I guess there's differences there too that you don't see, but I'm just saying that I've seen in a place that's all white that there's no black people there where I'm from. The police didn't have black. They didn't drive to fucking Detroit from Oregon to go fucking fuck with you with Detroit cops. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever the fuck you guys think. Some cops are fucking with you because you guys are such peaceful, loving people. You know what I mean? And why are you confronting the police anyways? You know, you can't. There's ways to do fucking all this shit, you know. And I think that they're radical and they take the shit way too far and out of context. They're patronizing, and they're doing it to people who have similar, very in common things that happen to them. Just because they're not black doesn't mean that they have not ever experienced something wrongful doing, being treated wrong or having their rights uh, stomped on or whatever else. But you know what? If I had that experience, and I swear to it, I still came up grabbing my American flag and holding that beggar up high. That's right. I take my American flag to go still, even though I was mistreated and perpetrated. Maybe that's what makes me not hate the police. I'm gonna say I don't love certain people and certain things and whatever, but it's your choice if you want to really dig down and hate or not. So I know that there's more opportunity and more things, say opportunity that I throw myself now because I'm older and wise, so I can throw my own self these bones now, where I don't necessarily have to be looking around or scratching around at different things trying to figure out how to make a couple of bucks so you can go to the movies or whatever it is that transpires that inspires people to live like that. You need food or something. It's pretty sad if you're stealing in order to eat food. Well, these people are sitting here going mowing a third party. Wrong. I just wanted to say, I'm going to make it real simple here. We're talking a little bit about different things. Probably shouldn't, but I'm just going to say, please go. Please go. Please take all of the rhinos there. What what third party? Is it the independents? Is the independents going to have to take one for the team and have to take these guys? Because I don't see them actually being able to do the Ross Perot thing. All of the people that anybody who's willing to go with them and say, yeah, we would much rather have Hillary Clinton, Rodman Clinton, a criminal, a thief, and a criminal who wants to attack all of our retirements, all of our futures, our children's futures, all that shit and above, and tax you to death. That's partly how they're gonna steal your money and your retirement. You know, double tax, like they tax you on your Social Security, right? And then they tax you again when they give it to you later. Oh well, because we had to hold on to it and give it to you. They made a law now that and that's bullshit. That's bullshit. So you have more of the same, or more of these guys, these RINO Republicans, just keep on going along with this. The narrative is to keep stealing from Americans and keep ripping off our economy and people's jobs, to keep killing their jobs. Look what they did to the people in West Virginia. If I was them, I would be so livid and irate. Well, you know what, you guys? I already am. If you want to know the truth, the people over there in West Virginia, you got an ally right here. You got somebody who appreciates you, looks out for you. Um, I don't know if there's if there's any way I can be a benefit to you in any way. Just let me know. I don't know how or what, but maybe just keep talking positively about you, saying that I understand completely. And I'm sorry, and I apologize for not the way that I haven't done any of this cockamamie thievery bullshit to anybody. But I apologize anyways for that shit even going on in America, in this country. We're allowing special interest and interest groups to freaking rob us blind. We can't suck blood up out of a dried turnip. You ever heard that? It's a dried turnip here. You know, It's already dried up and dead. But so is a third party going to let these guys mull this thing up and roll on over there and see how big they can make their independent party or whatever? I don't even know if the independents are even willing to take them, but they have to go to somewhere. They're gonna make their own third party. It's not gonna be the third party. I don't know why they keep saying third party when obviously one of those smaller parties is bigger and has a bigger majority than the other ones. So there's obviously a third party, not just third party. There's a third party out there. So I don't know exactly what these guys are trying to do. They probably don't even know what the hell. They're probably just bullshit that they're even just talking right here. So I think any of these mutthead pieces of freaking garbage, they're idiots. I supported Mitt Romney. I voted for him. In 2012, I helped the GOP and worked their phones for the guy. And they fucking made me feel uncomfortable, so I left and I never went back. But I'll go back. I went and walked for Rick Scott. For Rick Scott. Campaign or whatever, do something for him. And that was cool. I'll do that again. And I was going to tell Trump that my name is Chris. And I'm a real American because I put our values up high. In our country, I look up to it and I don't want to see it getting kicked in the face. That's how I said that what these people did to me. I said I was already down and you kept kicking me. You didn't just come up and kick me in the face when I was down. You kept kicking me and kicking me and kicking me more. And I was down. I was down, man. And you kept kicking. So, anyways, my name is Chris. If you need some help with your campaign, Trump, tell the Republican GOP headquarters people they're where I'm at and tell them to get a hold of me and I'll go to work for you whenever you're ready. Thanks. And Cusack and Romney, you and all them people are, and I don't even know what Mark Cuban is even getting involved with that for either, but I think you're an idiot and a piece of garbage too. I think that there's seriously something wrong with you guys. And instead of trying to figure out why you have a problem with Trump, I'm just gonna try to figure out more of what the hell is wrong with you people. And please leave. Please leave the Republican Party. I've been in the Republican Party for my whole entire voting career since I was 18. I'm 39 now. So to see this opportunity to see you moleheads take off and get the fuck out of the Republican Party, please, please. I am very sincere when I say that. I don't think that we need your votes anyways. I think Trump has got plenty of votes that he needs and does not need you. Please go. If that's the way you really feel, you have not convinced anybody who's still voting for Trump why it's bad to vote for Trump and why you hate him. We don't understand. I think that you guys have lost it. Ever talking up Hillary Clinton or more of this bamboozling America and Americans. And to really tell you the truth, go ahead, do it. 4 more years, 8 more years, 12 more years of this radical bullshit killing our military off and fucking our economy off. I'll survive. I'm like a country boy, like Hank Williams says in that song. Country boys can survive or whatever. That's me. I'll survive in that shit. So you guys go ahead, because you're risking your guys' ass still. So I'm not even doing this for any money. I'm doing it pro bono, and not even for myself because no matter how much you all try to affect me, I'm still gonna come out of it like a magician. You know what I'm saying? So whatever. Anybody who talks smack to me, they, you know what I mean? After I just explained that, but whatever. Go Trump, yeah. And if you need me to make phone calls, look up my record in there for the party. Ask them about me. I haven't ever done anything unprofessional or ever showed any sign that I would do anything bad or chaotic to your campaign. And I'd love to help. And I've done it before for those pieces of garbage. Romney, um, I did it for Rubio, in 2010 too. So, like I said, 2 to 4 to 6 years, and here we go to November.